when we talk about PMS as an asset class, और जब हमें एक emails आती हैं, calls आते हैं, या हमें friends refer करते हैं, so we have friends who keep on referring, okay, I have invested in X PMS and it's doing good, or people go for returns. So in PMS space, I have also heard there is an AIF. So how a normal investor or a high-end affluent investor should, you can say, clear the clouds out of it, how he should spot the ones he should be investing into?
Yeah. Thanks, Rajat, and then thanks for having me today on the session. मेरा ये मानना है कि actually PMS, I wouldn't consider it as an asset class. It is only a vehicle, so it is another option to invest into equities. Like you have a direct stocks में invest कर सकते हैं. If you want to invest into equities, you can invest in direct stocks. आप mutual funds के through invest कर सकते हैं, or you could invest through portfolio management services. Now, of course, I mean in India traditionally, PMS has been associated with stock investments. तो ज़्यादा करके जो PMS इंडिया में available है, they are mostly investing into stocks. But आप globally देखेंगे, दूसरे markets में देखेंगे तो it is a mix. So you have PMSs or managed portfolios as they are called in many markets. They invest into stocks. They also invest into different asset classes, which could include equity, debt, even real estate investment trusts, which are REITs, and other alternative products as well. So in India, like I said, most of the money that is being managed by PMSs out here is primarily being invested into stocks. So from an investor's point of view, I think one needs to look at it that way. कि पहले तो आपको ये समझना जरूरी है कि what are your goals, right? I mean, that is the primary thing. What is your investment horizon? What is your risk appetite? Those basic parameters have to be in place. और समझ लीजिए, you're investing to create long-term wealth. You're investing, depending on your risk appetite, then you could decide, how much to invest into equity and other asset classes. Now, once you've done that, that is the basic foundations or the first step, so to say. Once you've done that, then I would think, PMSs can be compared not only amongst themselves, but also to mutual funds, because like we said, you have similar managers, you have fund managers with vast experience on both the mutual fund side as well as the PMS side. So I would think the comparison can be made across both of these. Now, of course, within that there are different levels. For instance, जैसे PMS में you have, like in the case of mutual funds, within PMS as well, like I said, India में फिलहाल you have mostly equity stock based kind of PMSs, but within that you have different categories. Like you could have multi cap, you could have mid cap, a small cap and large cap kind of PMSs. So that is one way in which you can categorize them. आपने एक बार ऐसे categorize कर लिया, then you can compare them, not only within themselves but also to mutual funds in terms of what is the track record, what is the investment process that is followed by the managers, what is the history of that PMS, and how consistently it has followed its mandate and things like that. So typically we think there are three key parameters which I think is applicable not just for mutual funds but for PMS as well. One is obviously the people. So who are the people behind not just the fund manager, but what is the strength of the investment team, the research team that is supporting the fund manager. Obviously the fund manager cannot operate by themselves, right? So they will have a research team that supports them. Then the process, investment process, what is the strength of the investment process. For some of this you might need help of an advisor. As an investor you may not be able to do it all on your own, so but you can take the help of an advisor to try and throw light on that area. And the third is the parent. So what is, when we say parent, you mean the company that is running these strategies, these funds, whether it's mutual funds or PMSs, what is their philosophy, unki unka overall track record kaise raha hai, what is the kind of how they are taking care of investors, money and wealth in that sense. So I would say these three parameters I would think are common when you're assessing, whether you're assessing PMSs or mutual funds in that sense.